Okay, traders, diving into module 7 now, risk management and trader psychology. Now, why this module matters. All right, this is the part that most traders skip and the part that pretty much ends most traders' careers before it even got started. We all know that even the best setups fail. All right, there's no guarantee that every setup's going to be a winner. All right, otherwise everybody would be rich, and we all know that's not the case. Even the cleanest trades lose, and even the best scalpers mess up execution. All right. I don't care how good you get, it's still easy to make mistakes. I make mistakes all the time, and I take bigger losses sometimes than I intended to. This module gives you the mental and capital guardrails to survive, to recover in these situations, and to keep executing on the Vwap wave system. So let's start with our daily risk management. All right, so set a daily max loss, and not only set it, but you need to respect it. Okay, the system isn't broken just because you hit your loss limit for the day. All right, I can assure you the system works, but it's broken when you ignore the rules. All right, you need to have these rules in place to protect your capital and essentially to protect you against you. All right, the daily max loss, this is going to be your insurance policy that you don't blow the account, you don't lose all your money, and that you can come back tomorrow. Typically, you might want to set yourself for 3 to 4 trades max for the day, especially as a beginner. And then you want to define it in dollar amount, not how it feels. All right, so it could be $500, it could be $200, it could be $1,000, whatever makes sense for you and your account. All right, again, that's different for everybody, and if you need help establishing that, we can discuss it in the Discord. Now, once you hit that max loss for the day, it's very important that you walk away. That's it, you're done. No more screen peeking, no more one more setup, I'll get it back. You got to lock yourself out if you have that feature so you can't even trade again if you want to. This is important. This is in the habits of highly successful people and Atomic Habits. Some excellent books, but it's easier to control your environment than it is to control your willpower. All right, what does that mean? It means if I lock myself out and I can't trade if I want to, that's a lot easier than me sitting there using my willpower to not do it. Because at certain times my willpower will fold. Okay? Same thing. If I want to go on a diet, I want to stop eating candy, right? What's the easiest thing for me to do? Well, maybe I probably shouldn't have candy in my house. It's a lot easier for me to not eat candy if I don't have it in the drawer next to me. All right, I got to get in the car, I got to drive to the store, I got to buy it. It's a lot of work. All right, but if it's in the drawer sitting next to me, I have to use my willpower. It's a lot easier for me to just screw it and just open the door and have some candy, right? I know it's a silly example, but it's 100% true. All right, so learn to control your environment. Don't rely on your willpower all the time. Make it easier on yourself. All right? Doesn't mean you're weak. It just means you're smart. Okay? Give yourself an environment to succeed, not to fail. All right? We also like to set a daily profit target. All right? But that doesn't mean we have to force it. All right? As you get experienced, you can probably get more reliable profit days and hit it consistently. But for the most part, we don't try to force our green days. We earn them through structure. All right. Our daily profit should be where we can reduce size or go flat, lock in my gains for the day, go enjoy the rest of my day, or practice in a simulator, go do something else, go join a hobby, focus on something else that derives income. And again, lock yourself out if you can, make your environment easier. So for example, if your goal is $600 and you hit it, cut that in half, all right? Cut your size in half, trade very small, or simply call it a day. All right? Enable your trailing loss parameters. All right? You can only give back 100 of that or 200 or half of it, and then you're really shut down and locked out. All right? These are all practices to put in place. Over trading after a win, this erodes your edge even faster than losing. It's crazy, but giving back money after winning could put you on stronger tilt than a first loss starting off the day. Because now you want to get it back. You had that good feeling of winning and having a good day, and you ruined it. That tends to set off way worse emotional responses. All right, we like to set our risk per trade. All right, if you're trading in a cash account, all right, typically that should be a small percentage of how much cash you have in there. All right, 0.5%, 1%. I mean, that's a small percentage. If you have $100,000 in your brokerage, you should only be willing to lose $1,000 of that account. Really aggressive, $3,000. If you have a $10,000 account, you should be willing to lose $100 or $300. All right, max. If you're trading prop firms with micros, try to keep your losses very small. You don't have a lot of wiggle room with a lot of these prop firms. Maybe a couple $1,000s. So you need to give yourself a lot of room to succeed. Maybe keep your losses to $100 per trade. Trade micros. You don't want to hit those drawdowns, all right? And as you build a cushion for the day, then you can increase it a little bit. You should only be adding size after you've proven yourself that you can be consistent, not just because you feel good. Right? This feels good. I think I know what I'm doing. Right? You have to prove it to yourself with actual numbers. The numbers do not lie. Your feelings do. All right, let's talk about a trade quality checklist. All right, you're going to ask yourself before every trade, does this match a Vwap wave setup? Can I name it? Is the market context clear? Are we in balance? Are we in price discovery? Am I trading balance with balance rules, or am I trading imbalance with imbalance rules? All right, am I fading in balance? Am I going the direction of a break when in imbalance? If any answer is no, you're going to skip the trade. And lastly, this is one of my favorite sayings, and it was taught to me by a very amazing trader. If you can't name the setup, it's not a trade. You should not be taking any trades that are not defined by your system. How do we handle drawdowns and red days? All right, this can also define you as a trader. You can expect drawdowns, so we need to plan for them. They will happen. Drawdown doesn't mean you're a failure or the system doesn't work. They're a part of the game. Every trader that you respect, including hopefully me, we've all been through brutal drawdowns. I've taken huge red days beyond what I should have, right? I've gone through, 6-figure drawdowns. My job is to limit their depth, shorten their duration, and keep trading the plan, right? That's my job. What's the bounce back protocol when I'm in a drawdown? So after a red day, we should review each trade like we normally do. Now, was this a valid trade or was I emotional? Did I have a red day because I was emotional and I did things I shouldn't have? Or did I trade my system to a T and still have a red day? All right. That will give you insight into what happened. Take a light day or scale back the next session. Rebuild with one contract, one setup, one clean win at a time. Easy does it. I need to make it back and feel whole is the worst thing for you. That's where revenge trading comes in, and you go into even deeper tilt. You take outsized leverage, too big of trades, too aggressive, too many trades. It's the worst thing that could possibly happen. All right, that's when the wheels fall off the bus and you're not even trading a platform anymore. You need to get back to your base form. All right, the system, mental clarity, disciplined as soon as possible. Sometimes it helps to check in with the Discord. Let us know, hey man, I'm having a tough day. I'm kind of tilting out. I need to stop. Okay, we're here to support you. After each session, write the total of trades you've taken, what percentage of them were a valid setup. Try to document the emotions you felt. All right, was there hesitation, overconfidence, frustration? All right, greed, fear. Did you follow all of your rules? If not, which ones did you not follow? What did you break? What did you do wrong? Pattern recognition just doesn't apply to the charts. This 100% applies to your behavior as well. You could have the best system in the world, and if your behavior and emotions do not match it, you will not win. Screenshots and markups. Okay, this is our growth hack, guys. This is why we have the Discord. This is why we have the community. This is why I have a group here. This is why you can lean on me for help. Our post-trade charting is a weapon. All right, mark your entries, your exits, your context, any mistakes, if any. Save your wins and your losses. They both teach different lessons. Review them weekly to spot setup precision and mental errors. Share them in the Discord. Get feedback from me. Get feedback from other traders. This is your growth hack. All right, your homework. As of today, if you're not already doing it, go mark your charts up. Drop them in the Discord. Put them in the market recaps. All right, if you're going over the entire day, drop it in a trade review if it's a specific trade. Okay, if you're not doing this, you're not taking this seriously enough. Okay, I encourage you to start today. The best day to start was yesterday. The next best day to start is today. And lastly, let's talk about some trader psychology. I've actually gone through entire trader psychology courses, workshops, meditation retreats. Guys, I know a thing or two about this. Overtrading kills consistency. You don't have to trade all day to have a great day. You can have a great day with 2 or 3 quality setups, managed with discipline. FOMO trades, right? You missed it, you get in late. Revenge trades, I lost, now I need to get my money back. Random pokes. This all destroys P&L and confidence. It erodes your edge, and your edge is confidence in your system. The more you do this, the less faith you're going to have in yourself, in the system, and then ultimately most people blame the system and move on to the next. All right? I can assure you it's not the system. But a lot of people will system hop. They'll go on to the next one, and they'll repeat the same behavior. They'll move on to the next system. That didn't work. They'll move on to the next one. All right? In search of the Holy Grail, not knowing the entire problem is them. The psychology of winning too early, right? This can happen very easily. I come into the market, I'm fresh, I see the best, great setup, I take it, I nail it, all right, and then I give it all back. This is when the I deserve more trap kicks in. All right, our solution to this is to lock in our profits, reduce our size after we hit some of our profit goals, be more conservative. All right, you'll see me do this on stream all the time. You know, just the other day, I had some big wins up front. I was up $500. It was early. And I was like, you know what? I have a thing I'm going to later. I really want to enjoy my day. I don't want to ruin this. I'm going to lock myself out. I locked myself out of all my accounts. Couldn't trade anymore. Right? I don't deserve more. What I deserve is to treat myself well. Right? And what I deserve is to have a nice day. Right? I did well. I traded well. I hit it early. I had a nice profit target. It was like $500 across 5 accounts, $2,500. I'm done. And we also have to respect our high probability windows. All right, we're going to see some of our best trades in the morning, maybe again in the afternoon. All right, so don't trade the unprobability times. Trading the Globex open is tough. Tight range overnight if there's nothing happening in a market you shouldn't be trading. Gold's running, but you're trading ES and it's just doing nothing. That type of stuff. And the big one, tilt. Tilt is when you start going off the rails, guys. The wheels start coming off the bus. You're doing things you shouldn't be doing, and you keep making it worse, and it snowballs and spirals into a terrible situation. The key is to recognize it, stop it, and recover. All right? Signs of tilt. You're clicking faster. You're taking more trades. You're entering trades with no clear plan. You have this get it back mindset. You're red and you want to get back to even or have a winning day. So you start taking random trades. Guys, this happens to all of us. Every single person. What the professionals do is they walk away because they recognize it's happening. Go flat, take off all your trades, try to leave the room. I like to take a walk, grab a snack, grab a drink, go outside, regroup. All right, what do you really want? Let the emotions fade. Get back to baseline. Very important. If you can't do that, you're not doing yourself any service by sitting there making things worse. I promise you. Your confidence and faith in this system is going to come from execution, not from outcome. Don't judge yourself by whether you win or lose a trade or have a green or red day. You need to judge it by, did I follow the setups, the trade structure? Did I follow my execution rules and my risk parameters? Okay, consistency and profits are going to be a byproduct of your discipline, not prediction, and not by simply knowing the setups. In summary, after all of that, the real edge, guys, is you. You're the edge. How you behave, how you rely on your discipline is the edge. The system works. You've seen the trades. You know the setups. You've seen me trade them profitably day after day on the live stream. But execution without discipline is gambling. You need to master risk, respect structure, and protect your energy. Right? You need to get to know yourself. You can be your worst enemy or your best friend. Your edge is more than your chart. It's your mindset and your rules and you sticking to them. Okay, what's up next? We're going to put this all together. This is going to be our final module coming up. How to prepare each morning, how to filter instruments and decide which and what to trade, putting together a trade plan structure for consistency each and every trading day, and how to stay ready even when the market isn't. All right, guys, good job, and I will see you in the last and final module.